Out here for
yeah. I've never had the 4-gram burritos.
Is that what that is?
What?
Hold on, sure, hold on a second.
Well, you're advising people of legalities now, huh?
Quiet. No, I was telling you since I put you guys down.
Oh, thank you.
Red, can you hear me, my son? Mr. Martin's taping it. Where's William? You can't even.
Yeah, thank you.
William did? He just pulled off?
I got yeah, also, going around. I think it's just going to go around to the other entrance.
Yeah, I know. We're going to need sitting down there too.
Yeah. Okay, let's go.
At least a few people sitting down there because he's going to come and get the other access point to the line. Down there at the other end.
So the nature of this block is to prevent them from doing what?
From blocking us from being able to get in.
The man who was driving the truck?
Against the man who was driving the truck. No complaint has been taken.
Are you going to take those complaints from that? There are individuals.
Based on the observation of the 3 officers and myself, that was a criminal violation.
That was assault.
I've made the statement.
That y'all didn't believe that was assault?
I've made the statement that we did not see a criminal violation.
Okay. In the case that the individuals who were assaulted feel differently than that, who do they call to file their report?
Again, the officers that were here who observed the situation did not feel like based on what they saw.
No, I mean,
criminal violation.
Oh, no, I completely understand what you're saying. My question is, isn't that... Can you just refuse to take a
do not take a report.
Really? Because to me, that's a matter of adjudication for the courts as to whether that violation actually occurred and not a matter for an individual police officer who might not be familiar with all the ins and outs of those criminal codes to determine. you don't...
I've made the statement.
Okay.
I also have the right to have those conversations in place without having those things be recorded. If there's a more in-depth conversation you wish to have as a servant of the community, I would be more than happy to have those conversations one-on-one without it being recorded.
Jim mentioned no interaction.
That's fine.
Yeah, unfortunately, the GA of our organization has kind of tied our hands because they require that all legal and city liaisons have video done of them. So I'm kind of tied, but I'm wondering if there is anyone within the police department that I can call and appeal to allow these people to file their
My supervisor is a major.
Yeah, is that Major Drew?
No.
No, it's a different major?
Major Booth.
Major Booth? Okay, I don't know what the protocol is really, like how we contest this, but I feel like there has to be some way where people who feel like they were wronged can file a complaint, even if the police officers don't feel that they were. And do you know what that protocol is?
Anytime you wish to complain on the actions of police officers, directed to our internal affairs
not on the action of the police officer, but on the action of the...
I thought that's what I heard.
No. On the actions of the individual who the police officers felt didn't commit a crime, but those individuals feel did commit a crime. Right? I mean, you see what I'm saying? I'm not saying the police officer did something wrong. I'm saying that those individuals believe that this gentleman did something wrong, and therefore they want to file a complaint.
I understand.
And so the police officers aren't going to take that complaint, so what's their next step? What's their next action?
I think you would appeal it to a higher ranking officer.
Okay, so we asked him to file the complaint. Okay, all right.
So I have a quick question. There were 3 police officers that saw it, yes? And there were how many participants that saw it?
It's not even assault is an attempt. It's not
5 participants that saw it, and someone from the media, the outside media.
And actually,
did you get that on
assault
film?
is a dangerous weapon, a deadly weapon.
So 2 media,
Do you not
people.
take that into consideration? That
2 media
more people saw it than claimed did not see it?
I suppose that if a sole officer by himself saw something and there were numbers of other people that saw something completely different, then that would be worthy of a more in-depth discussion and investigation. But as there were 3 officers here who all witnessed some portion of it, we've come to the conclusion that we don't believe an attempted vehicular assault.
Wow. So him pressing the accelerator is not...
Again, I would love to engage you in a lengthy debate over this over and over again, but that's where we're at.
And what a separate question. The closing of this easement is...
Say again?
The closing of this easement right here, is that... What's going on with that? Why is that closed?
Again, as I explained it to them before.
I'm sorry that's already been explained.
Can you explain that to them?
She did.
I'll be happy to sit down in the car with it and do it again. I've done it 3 or 4 times already. I'll be happy to sit down in the car and tell you specifically, or they can share it with you.
Okay. Is that okay for me to hear from him?
I don't think so. He calls him... I mean, it's your job.
And I've done it like 3 times.
I'm sorry. I know I came a little late.
I mean, and they can explain. I'm sure it's been videotaped before. Did you videotape it earlier? So you can play the videotape back on what I explained the first time, or the second time, or the third time.
He doesn't even understand the definition of easement. He said that himself. So why would you...
I said my understanding of a private easement is what it is.
Well, I mean, I think the city attorney was down here on day 1 when we got here and determined that to be an easement.
Again, I've answered the question.
It doesn't matter that this has already been determined to be an easement, both by the city.
Again,
the city's blueprints.
as I've understand it, it's a private easement for the 3 homes that work there, that use that driveway.
Well, actually, an easement, if one person is allowed to use an easement in one manner, it is an easement open to the general public for that same use in any manner. That's the statutory definition of an easement.
I await a ruling from a lawyer and a judge to tell me I'm wrong.
I mean, we can have our lawyer call you and tell you.
If a judge wants to rule on this, that's fine.
Okay, will you take our complaint for that then?
If you want to, I'm not stopping anybody from walking down or drive. I didn't stop anybody from driving down that easement.
I would like to file a formal complaint that this man is blocking the public the easement.
I didn't.
And you all are not doing anything to...
It's a private driveway at this point.
I would like to formally file a complaint.
I understand.
Okay.
Thanks.
So are you...
I'm about to go. So we can drive down there?
I mean, at this point, this is the job of the lawyer.
Okay.
I would agree.
I think